Hello and welcome to another episode of the Adobe Creative Suite podcast. My name is Terry White. In this episode, I'm going to answer a question that I get asked quite a bit. And that is, how do I export HTML out of InDesign? Now I know this is the GoLive episode and you're probably saying, well, what's he talking about InDesign for? Well, because the way you do it is via GoLive. So I'm going to tell you how to export HTML from InDesign via GoLive to get your page. So let's start off with toggling over to InDesign. I have an InDesign document here, so I'm in InDesign CS2. The document is laid out. I want you to pay particular attention to certain aspects of it. We have a background image here on the page. We have this graphic. We have the editor's rant by Gary S. Do lady DJs need to work harder? Then it goes into text, and if we scroll down, there's a signature there. So if I want an HTML version of this, you might be looking under File and you say Export, and there's no HTML option there, and that's because there isn't one. In order to get this into HTML, I have to go through GoLive to do it. So there's a feature right here in in InDesign's File menu that says Package for GoLive. So when you do the package for GoLive, that will allow you to export this out in a friendly format that GoLive can understand. Now, where do you package it out to? And I'm going to tell you the best spot to package it out to is there's a spot in your GoLive site that accepts or references InDesign packages. So I'm going to go to my GoLive folder here for my site, and here's my website. And in that website, there's a content folder, a data folder, and a settings folder. And I'm going to click on the data folder. And inside that data folder, there's an InDesign packages folder. Now, I already have a package for the Substrate magazine already there. So I'm going to cancel it, but that's what you would do. You'd export your package out, and I believe on the next dialog box, you get to choose which page range or the entire document, which is new in CS2. But I'm just going to go ahead and cancel and then switch over to GoLive to pick up where you would be now. So when you open up your GoLive site, you want to go to the Extras tab right here on the right hand side. So when you go to the Extras tab, you will have an InDesign packages area. And if you twirl that down, your InDesign package that you exported in that previous step will be there. Now, if it was already twirled down, you may not see it right away because GoLive doesn't refresh dynamically. So all you'd have to do is just simply close it and then open it back up again, and your package should be there. Now, once you have the package there, what you want to do is double click on it, and that will show you your InDesign package. It will show you from all the pages you exported, and you can go through them one by one to find whatever you want to convert to HTML. So in this case, I want to convert page 7 to HTML. In the next episode, we'll talk about how to use the package in other ways. But in this episode, we're going to talk about just taking this page and exporting it to HTML. So it renders this area exactly the way it looked inside of InDesign. Now keep in mind, although I can see it the way it looked in InDesign, that doesn't mean that's the way I'm going to see it in HTML. It's going to do as close as it can to get it to look like this page. So now that I've got this ready, what I want to do is go to the flyout menu for this particular feature, or for the package, and there's a flyout menu choice that says Export as HTML. So that's what you want to do. Now, when I say Export as HTML, I get a dialog box asking me which pages do I want to export. Well, I want to export the current page or any particular page range. If I want to name the page specifically something, and if I want to use a template file that's in the GoLive site, I can. But I'm just going to export the current page as is. So now it wants to know where, and of course this is where you would put it in your content folder of your site. Now you can put it in a subfolder, but it needs to be in the site. If you're lost, just go down here to the bottom and click on your root folder. That will always take you to the root folder of your site. Then you can navigate where you want from there. So if I choose root folder It takes me to the root folder of the site, and I'm just going to go ahead and save it, replacing the one that was already there. So now it's done it, and it will open that page. So here it is. Now you might be saying, well, it looks close, meaning the text is there, but I remember editor's rant being a lot bigger in the InDesign document. And again, keep in mind, as I warned you, HTML from InDesign or HTML from any page layout application is not going to be identical at all times. So it did do it, but it didn't give me everything from that document. It gave me a lot, but not everything. Alright, so that's the HTML page. Now from here, I can scroll down. It gave me the signature as a graphic. That's pretty cool. And it gave me the background graphic. It kept everything kind of laid out the same. But what are these little green circles here? These little green circles represent GoLive Smart Object technology. So that means that this document, although it's in HTML now, and although I can ready to upload it to a web server, it is linked back to the original InDesign document. So if I ever go back to InDesign and I change any part of this story or any part of this page, GoLive will automatically update the HTML based on what I do in InDesign. So that's pretty cool that I keep a live link to the original print layout. So that's HTML from InDesign via GoLive. That's the way the feature works. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it.